And we are live. Welcome, everyone. We're back with one more exciting video session for you guys, helping you out. Of course, we're going to be more active here, as you can see. And today is very special. We have here Maria. I don't know how you want me to introduce you, but this is Maria.
Today,
Um,
you can introduce me as the language expert in our company's department.
The language expert, of course, of course. So Maria is here from the languages department, and we're here to share with you guys what's been going on, what we're preparing for you in terms of Portuguese language lessons and the likes. That's why Maria is here. So we're both working with Portugal Door, as you know. That's the company. And a little bit of who we are. We're focused on helping people not only get a life here in Portugal, but also live the best life they possibly can. So, everything from real estate. I'm a real estate agent. I help people with the whole process of getting a property, which we know is easy and not stressful at all, right? That's what we're here so that you only have to worry about signing on the dotted lines. We take care of the rest. And as we started working with a lot of foreigners coming here, more and more we are aware of what the challenges are, all of the things that are, necessary for such a big change. Just changing home isn't a simple process in itself, let alone to a whole other country. Things like documentation, legal things, opening bank accounts, things that are normal for a local, but maybe a foreigner struggles a little bit with. And one thing that we've been getting consistent demand for is speaking Portuguese, right? Maria and I, she'll let you know as well, I'm sure, but we both pretty much came pre-installed with Portuguese in our in our
A good
language
way to think
competency
about it.
department. Yeah, so yeah, we're both Portuguese natives, even though somehow we managed to be able to speak English as well. And so we've decided that we should start our community helping also with the Portuguese lesson. So, Maria, welcome. Thank you very much for being
Thank you.
here. Uh,
Obrigada.
and yeah, it sounds exciting. So, tell me, what does the language department have in store for us?
That's a great question. I think it's also important to say one aspect of our development and personal life, which is we actually study languages in university, right? We
Correct.
didn't study Portuguese because that's the main language we have, but we did
Nothing.
study English, Spanish, Russian, and it's always great to learn a new language, right?
We
Especially,
did study Portuguese, I think, right? It's been a while. Time flies.
well, actually, yes, we did, but it was more about linguistics and other topics, not exactly learning how to speak, but the grammar
Oh
part.
yeah, yeah. Fair
Yeah,
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah, yeah.
Or
It was
studying
really
the
fun. It was
language,
really
not
fun.
studying a language.
The other day, I actually found a piece of paper from university, and it was from linguistics, and it looked like a whole different language, like some code that was written there. I kind of missed it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Um, yeah. So about your question, yes, we have some exciting news, and I noticed that I have been working in the back office. That is the where I like to be, and I think people know that, at least the ones that worked with us. But I think it's time that I let you know what we are doing and the opportunities we have for you. Some things that we are already doing, some that we are preparing. So that is what I am here for. So thank you for the question. Not at all prepared beforehand. Okay, so what we have been doing here in Portugal Door is actually, and I think you and I have a very human approach, even though we have different personalities. And when it comes to serving people and helping people, we always try to be ourselves and use our personalities to relate to other people, to our clients, and one way, and also to listen to them and what they need. So when you said we are having a demand for language activities, people that want to speak in Portuguese, they don't know how, or they feel a little bit stressed just with the idea of having to speak in Portuguese with a Portuguese person, and what can happen? Will I be judged? What happens if I make a mistake like I'm doing now? Like right? This is normal. So yeah, that's very relatable to me. So I decided to take that approach. So what would I like to have if I was here learning a different language or Portuguese? I would like someone to be patient. I would like to have someone that knows the language, of course. That would be helpful, since that is
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
trying to
yep,
do.
yep.
But also have a safe space to make mistakes, to have a friendly group of people that can help me achieve my language goals, and also again someone that I can relate to. So when you are in a group where everyone is making mistakes, where everyone is trying to learn at their own pace, I think it's easier to even just open your mouth and speak and say something. So that is what I'm trying to create. So the first thing that I did related to this was actually for the Portuguese people. So we created the Rooster Talks, and that is all about conversation.
But don't
For
the
people,
Portuguese people already know Portuguese?
oh yes, some do.
Good point.
No, this so it was for Portuguese people that were trying to practice English. So and everyone everywhere, every person has this problem, right? It's like when you talk to them, oh yes, yes, I want to learn this language, but what I know some stuff, but what I really need is to practice, right? So that is what I okay. So you want to practice? Great, let's meet. Let's have conversations. And then what I figured I'm actually good at. See, my confidence was there. I'm going to say I'm good at something. I need to to break it. No,
For
but what
life, no
I really
pressure.
like I'm good at, and I notice is that I'm really good at grammar, English grammar. So I can listen to people, and I'm really good at listening because I'm a listener, I'm not a speaker, right? So I thought, okay, what I can do is I can have a conversation, I can moderate, and I can hear people, listen to them, see what they need to improve in some aspect of the grammar, and make a summary and help them that way. Because once you are aware that you are making a mistake, then it's easier to fix it. So we have been doing that with a lovely group for a long time, 6, 7 months now,
Oh
and it
wow.
has been great, and we've been having great feedback. So now I will my word is flying.
English.exe has stopped
I
working.
will. You know what messed me up was the movement. I will, and I did it like this. So yeah, so now I will do this with English people that want to learn Portuguese or practice Portuguese, and they need a group. So in August we will premiere the Rooster Talks. So
Oh,
this will
that's
be
exciting.
very small, intimate group, just maximum 6 people. We still have 3 spots available. So if you are watching now, if anyone is watching now that wants to sign up, you can send an email to talk@portugaldoor.com, and I will reply to you personally, and we can make this happen. You can join the group. It will be on Mondays at 10 a.m. And it will be you and 5 people and me, and we will talk about simple. Hello, Owen. We will talk about simple day-to-day life, right? So first, how quem sou eu? Introduction. Your daily routine, right? Because when you are speaking with someone and you don't know them, it's like, oh, what are you doing today? Oh, what did you do yesterday? So
Hmm.
what will you do tomorrow? Can we meet up for a coffee. So it is important to know a little bit how to talk about that small talk. And then about the family, because with the topic about the family, you can really practice your verbs to be. That's very funny. That's a very interesting Portuguese verb. Yeah, so it's really interesting and it will be simple. So for this one, you kind of need to know a little bit of Portuguese, but at the same time, the sentences will be simple, straightforward, and we are here to help each other. So it's a good way to learn.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And I'll be honest, you're talking about the family. Even though I'm a Portuguese native. Whoa. Even though
You
I'm a
should do this
Portuguese,
maybe at 9 a.m. You know, we are old a little bit,
perhaps,
we're parents, so
I
we
guess
are
with
tired
the
at this
North
time.
American audience, but then again, at 10 a.m. it will be like 4 a.m. or something. Anyway, but
Okay.
even though I'm a Portuguese native, I still often struggle with the family tree. So yeah, absolutely. And what does this? Okay, we
Oh,
can.
one important thing is that it will be online. So you are talking about people that are watching us in America. Well, now it will be 5 a.m. maybe, but it depends on the time zone also. America is really big. So if you would like to join, it is a good idea. It will help and you will meet very nice people. And you can do it because it will be online on a Zoom call. So it is doable.
And how does one join this wonderful opportunity that you're giving us?
So as I said, you just need to send an email to talk@portugaldoor.com and then I will reply to you. If we have spots, you will be in the August 10 a.m. group. If there are no spots, but there are people available, of course, we will open a new class,
Hmm.
a new group, and make it happen because we are here to help. And if we can, if we have people interested in doing this, we will find a way to do it. Also, so what will happen in the sessions is there is a topic, as I said, and then everyone will have the time to speak and to be listened to. And as I said, it will be an environment where mistakes are welcomed. So no need to be afraid of making that mistake. It's
Hmm.
actually helpful. And afterwards, we will have the post session feedback where I talk about what we learned, what needs improvement. And you will also have access to this private Facebook group, the Rooster Talks, where you have Portuguese people that are interested in learning English and practicing.
I
So,
see.
as you can see, the price of the sessions, 5 sessions, 30 euros per person. But then in this group, you might find someone that is also wanting to practice English and wants to exchange that knowledge for free. Okay, so my goal here is really to create a community where people talk with each other and create that buddy system on their own because sometimes it's hard to find people, random people on the internet to speak to.
Hmm.
That can be a little bit weird, but
Yeah.
maybe that's just me because I'm shy and an introvert. But if you are like me and you're like, okay, I need some safety or security, um, some connection between me and the other person, so I'm not talking with just a random stranger on the internet. This is a good group for that.
Interesting. Yeah, because I mean, like, I'm learning Chinese now, and sometimes I try to talk to some of my Chinese clients about Chinese, and I mean, yeah, they're not really, of course they talk about it, but it's not the same thing. If you have two people, one wants to learn English, the other wants to learn Portuguese, and they both connect, then can teach each other their own language, there'll be a higher motivation on that. But I do have a question though.
Thanks.
So, This sounds great. And if I understand correctly, you want to do just 6 people to have a closer knit group of people so that everybody has their own time and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what if, let's say, what if someone has like a group of friends, like 4 or 5 or 6 friends, and they maybe want to do something like this with your guidance, but I don't know, maybe talk about a certain topic or a different topic. How could they go?
That's that's a very nice scenario, because if you have a group of friends, um, and that group of friends feels comfortable speaking with each other and practicing making mistakes, laughing together, then make that group, send an email to talk@portugaldoor.com, and we will make it happen.
Hello, Maria. Just saw your video online. I have a group of 5 friends. We all want to learn Portuguese. We'd like to talk about knitting and eating cheese crackers with peanut butter in Portuguese.
Perfect. You know what? One of the things that I love the most about the Rooster Talks is really, again, I'm a listener, so the stories that I hear from there and the knowledge that I get just from these random topics, like each session we choose a different topic, and sometimes it's really random, and then I learn a lot with other people. So if you want to talk about all that, yes, please talk to me. Let's talk about it. And I will give you the Portuguese words and you will give me the knowledge that you have. So great.
Sounds like a great plan. The one
Um,
question that some people might have, though, is that since this is a conversation group, it feels like you might need to have some Portuguese experience to go through with this. Am I wrong?
yes, that's true. You need to have a little bit the basic knowledge, a little bit to have a conversation. So at least the basic verbs, maybe study a little bit beforehand. But the truth is that I chose the topics on purpose, and those topics are usually very simple to talk about. So if you know the verb to be, if you know some words, again, like the family or the morning, the manhã, a tarde, a noite, the daily routine, really, if you know the daily routine, you should be fine. And then I know many people are scared about the past tense, that we need to talk about the pretérito perfeito, pretérito. Pretérito is a great word, by the way.
I still don't know what that
Pretérito.
means.
So if you just study like a little bit the rules, then you can pick up the rest. And in any case, even if you don't know what you are talking about, if you are exposed to the language to a group, you will feel motivated to listen to it, to learn, and to even study afterwards, right? Because that's why we are there.
Sounds
And
like a plan.
if you imitate what other person, what I say, like for example, you don't know how to say eu estive em Ponte de Lima,
Me
right?
too.
Right. So if you don't know how to say that, I can tell you how to say it and you can repeat back and something stays in your mind, right?
Hmm.
If we are exposed to the language, we will learn something. We just need to keep practicing.
Yeah, I think I've
Um,
seen videos from a polyglot. I now don't remember his name, but I can look it up later. He used to say that to learn a language, you really shouldn't try to memorize for the most part. Just go through it, have conversations, keep getting exposed to the language, do more listening, do more speaking, do more reading, do more writing, because your brain is always capturing some sort of information as you're going through with it, right? Like
mhm.
sometimes I go through that when I'm learning languages. So I keep doing things. I don't remember words or whatever, but then I'll see a word or like a Chinese character, which I don't know how to pronounce. But this idea of something comes into mind. And so I can sort of get a sense of what that means. And the more we do it, the more we have it, right?
Yeah.
And
And
is
we
that,
also, sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
So I was going to say that at the end of the day, it really depends on how the person learns. It's not for everyone.
Hmm.
Some people need to do the grammar, make the exercises, right? Do the exercises and practice, and then maybe at the end of that stage, okay, now I will try to speak. And some people don't even want to hear about grammar, right?
Right.
Even in English, and
I
it's
know someone
easier.
like that.
Yeah, some that's true. You are a great example of this. You don't want to know the grammar, right?
I just
You are
want
not
to be able to speak
learning.
with people.
Sometimes I say, oh, the simple past. They're like, what are you talking about? And yet you speak better English than I do. So it depends from person to person on how they learn and what they want to try. Because it's everything is an experience, and I believe that if you try something and you see it's not for you, then that's okay. Maybe you need to find another way. That's what we do with our daughter, right? I try to, okay, I will try to do this today and teach her how to, I don't know, do something like, okay, I will teach her the numbers. And then I try to do an activity and I notice that she doesn't care. So will I continue doing the same activity, or will I try to find something different to teach her the same thing?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this is it. The rooster talks, it will be very, you need to be very motivated to learn and make mistakes and talk and maybe put yourself out of your comfort zone. But
Mhm.
that's the magic, and I think my favorite part about it.
Awesome. And is that all that the languages department has in their lab?
Now, one other thing that we are doing, and this is more local. Okay, so if you want, and again, we are very, very like, let's practice. But if you want to practice Portuguese one to one in person, we also have that service available. What we usually do, and I'm really fit now because of it, because what we did, so most people, again, don't want um, to sit down and study grammar. But if you want to do that, we can also do that because I do love grammar. Um, but if you want to practice and do something active, like go on a, go for a walk and speak Portuguese, you choose a theme, or go to a cafe and speak Portuguese. We also have that one-to-one experience available. Just a matter again of send an email to talk@portugaldoor.com, and we will make a plan for you um, that is suitable to you and your needs and what you want. We are very much like, okay, tell us what you need, what you want. We will find a way to do it. So that's
Awesome.
it.
Awesome. So you also do
Um,
one-on-one Portuguese lessons.
Sorry,
So
can
you
you
also
read?
do one-on-one Portuguese like classes, right?
Yes.
Physically.
That's why sometimes during the week I leave the house, Vitor, just so you know.
So that's why.
Oh, that's why. And I come back 4 hours later.
Yeah,
That's
that makes sense. That makes sense. All
um
right.
that's
And what
also why I
else?
don't have a gym subscription, Vitor. That's because I don't need it. I make it work. But yes, we do have one more thing, and this is just like the premiere for this stream. I
Sounds
don't know if
exciting.
anyone is watching. I don't see anything.
And it doesn't matter. I'm watching, and so
Okay, so
will
it
other
will be for
people when they
you.
realize that we didn't market this enough, so people aren't aware that this is going on. But then they will see that we uploaded a video, and then they will check this out.
That's that's okay. That's even better. All good. I'm just grateful that we are doing this and that the information is out, because I was feeling like I had something and I was not providing that
You're
information,
sitting
and
on go. See,
we
Owen
need
is
to.
watching. Doesn't
Oh,
Owen deserve everything that we're dishing out?
thank you, Owen. Thank you. You get a free lesson whenever you want. just tell
Oh
us.
my. Okay.
Okay, so this is
Sorry.
the premiere for this. So we are creating a very intensive course about eating out in Portugal. So it's called Food Out, a bite into European Portuguese, and it will be all about eating out, ordering food, going to the restaurant, going to the cafe, grocery shopping, how to have a conversation in Portuguese uh, at the table. It will be a very, very interesting course because not only we will talk about Portuguese and how to actually speak Portuguese in this kind of situations,
Mm-hmm.
but we will also talk about some basic knowledge that you need to know about Portuguese, European Portuguese, like the difference between ser, estar, which is the verb to be. It will also have the it will also have sorry, I was reading the comment. I throw whatever you want, put it out to the universe, and you shall receive wonderful product. Thank you. I believe in that too. More and more, more and more. So yeah, so we will, for example, você and tu. Some people think você is Brazilian Portuguese, and it kind of is, but it also is European Portuguese. But when should we use it? That's the question. Because sometimes it's rude and sometimes it's really nice. So we will talk about all that in the course. It will be it, Vitor, I don't have sound. I don't know if you are.
Wow, that is awkward. So wait a minute. You're telling me that we can be rude using politeness?
If it is politeness, but sometimes it's not.
Oh my! So a word that can be
I will
polite
give.
in one circumstance can be offensive in another one. Of course, Gina. How would I forget you?
Um, yeah, so it will be that introduction that you see there, or you barely see there. I don't know if it's big enough, but that part you have there, it will be a very interesting introduction, not only about ourselves and the people that join the course, um, but also this kind of small things that are not very straightforward, and you need to understand the rest.
I see.
So the goal of the course is that when you come to Portugal on vacations or on your scouting trip, or you just decided like Bob and Babe, okay, we'll just go and there we are. So you have some bases. You can go to a cafe, to a restaurant. You can go grocery shopping. You can ask for the slices of meat or whatever you want to buy, right? The right centimeters. I had a student that wanted help with that. Yes, shuris. If you want to buy shuris, you know how to do it. That's our goal. And at the same time, it is only again 6 people because I really find it is important to create a connection between people. So
Mm-hmm.
I want a small group for this.
Bellissimo.
Intimo, sim.
Bellissimo. And is this document, the slide that I have here going on screen, is this like private information, or if someone requests it at talk@portugal.com, can I get access to this as well?
Of course you can. As I said, this is the premiere, so no one knew about it until now. Um,
I feel exclusive.
well, someone knew, an expat, Sarah knew because she has been supporting me on this. So, which I thank her very much if she ever
I
watches
think you're
this.
very well. Sarah, you're a sweetheart. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is our goal. And if you scroll down, you will see that it actually has two. When you see there when, it actually has 2 groups. So we have like the breakfast club, and that club is for people that like to learn in the morning people. And that course will be hosted by me. And then we have the sunset party club. I chose the names. I'm sorry for the cringe.
Oh, come
It
on.
sounded good. It
Embrace it.
sounded.
Embrace the cringe. I
I am
did
embracing it.
a
Embracing
30
it.
second countdown in the beginning of this live stream. Come on.
Yes. So, yes. So the Sunset Party Club is for people that like to learn at the end of the day, and the course will be the same. just the host will be Clara Burica. She will be introducing herself in the next few days in our
Mm-hmm.
Facebook page, so stay tuned. And then at the end, there will be thank you. Thank you. Okay, so sorry. And then the last session will be a group joint session. So the two groups, 12 people. So if you have any question about anything, it can be related to the course or it can be related with anything else. You can send us the question and we will clarify it for you and for everyone else in that session. So it is a Q&A.
Awesome. Awesome. Maria, I think this has been very helpful. We're a bit past the 31 minutes. And I don't know, maybe we can give a few minutes and see if anybody has any questions they'd like to ask, or is there anything else you'd like to say as a closing statement?
I would like to add one more thing. This course will also give you an ebook with a summary of everything that we will talk about. And my goal with that ebook is not only that you get the written information of everything that we will discuss, but to be a summary so that you can print some pages and take it with you when you come to Portugal. So it's like a
Oh, like
certain.
a cheat sheet of what to say on each occasion.
Yes. So it doesn't have a lot of text. It's like is as you said. Well, it has a lot of text of what is needed, but not that beautiful written text like we are. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think Portuguese people do this more than English people, but when Portuguese people write books, we start using difficult words and trying to make really, really big sentences.
Oh,
And
yes, yes,
we
yes.
make it difficult.
Yes, yes, yes. It's not just a case of like the Shakespearean kind of words. In Portuguese, we do have more complex and weird ways of phrasing things when you're
Yeah.
trying to sound
Maybe
super
we should
formal,
talk
right?
about it someday.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's actually a good idea.
Oh, and all of a sudden we have 4 viewers. So
Woohoo!
everybody, we're reaching the end of the introductory course here. If you have any questions, please ask them now. Maria, would you mind just very quickly recapping what we discussed, what things you have that can help our clients, both paid services, of course, but also what we can do for them for free?
Yes, so in a summary, we discussed some things that we are working on. We have the Rooster Talks, which is a conversation group. It has first we do it for well. Now I am trying to summarize. Let me just rephrase
Rooster
everything.
Talks. What is Rooster Talks? Who's
The
it for?
Rooster Talks is a group for a conversation group, and it is something that we have created for Portuguese people to speak in English to practice. But now we are doing it for people that speak in English and want to practice Portuguese. The
Mm-hmm.
first session will be um, in August. So every Monday at 10 a.m. we will have sessions, the Rooster Talks, where we talk. It is a small group, and it has specific topics like introduction. What will you do tomorrow? What are you doing today? What is your daily routine? Let's talk about your family. So you need to have a little bit of knowledge, but it's very simple. If you have the A1 level, if you know a little bit, it's okay. You can join us. We have 3 vacancies, 3 spots available at the moment. If you want to have one-to-one sessions personalized, so you tell us, I want to talk about mirrors. I don't know why I thought about the mirror, but that is the word that came out. So, if you want to talk about that in Portuguese to practice Portuguese, European Portuguese, just send an email to talk@portugal.com and we can make that happen. And the big piece of news that we have here today is the Food Out, a bite into European Portuguese, which is a course that is 4 days and it will be about everything you need to know to not starve in Portugal, because you will be able to communicate when you go to the cafe, when you go to the restaurant, when you go to the grocery store, and also if you are invited to a Portuguese family dinner, what are the rules, right? What will you say to the host? Do you need to eat everything because it's nice? Do you need to tip when you go to the restaurant? What are
Yeah.
survival words
So,
that you need to know to come? So,
language and cultural information.
yes, it will
Okay,
be
Alan
available.
is
This
asking.
information will be available in our Facebook too.
So Alan is asking, how about Portuguese people who left for the US and now speak US Portuguese?
US Portuguese. I
I
need
I,
to ask
I'd
him for
actually
lessons
love
so
to see
I
what that is.
understand. Yeah.
Maybe you could also be an intermediary. Maybe you could also become a part of us and help people
Yes.
with their Portugal English.
Yes.
Well, either way, thank you all very much for being here. And Maria, I know I'm biased. Not only are we in business together, but in life as well, as it's probably known already. And I know it's easy to just look at this PDF and just say, okay, just write some things down. You speak Portuguese. You're just going to speak Portuguese with people, and there's no really nothing done. But I've seen all of the work and time and commitment you've been putting into creating this for the last few, probably months. Now that I think about it, at least weeks, probably months. You've been really dedicating yourself. I like if I was to go and teach someone Portuguese, it's like, hey, I speak Portuguese. I'll just ask them what they want to talk about, and I'll do it. But I see all the notes you take whenever you come back from one-to-one sessions. I see all the notes you take when you have the Rooster Talks in Portuguese. I know all of the effort, all of the questions you've asked, all of the things you looked for, and cultural differences and everything. So, to that, all I can say is
congratulations, 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 congratulations,
Obrigada.
congratulations,
Obrigada.
congratulations,
But all this work will only make me happy when I see other
congratulations.
people using it and giving me the feedback that yes, it worked. I learned a lot. I liked it. That is what matters to me.
I think it's easier to learn by, let's just read the comments and then I guess we can wrap it up. I
Hmm.
think it's easier to learn by using and by saying and practicing with people.
Yes.
100%. I agree. I'm trying to speak even more languages as we speak. And definitely just reading, just writing, just listening isn't quite as much as you producing the language. So being in a conversation group instead of just an online class that you take and you just look at it and listen to it, and then you do a written test at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most knowledgeable professional real estate agent in Portugal. I appreciate the compliment, my friend, and every day we learn to become even better than we were yesterday. Thank you
Yes.
all very much for being here. If you know anybody who needs to know anything about Portugal, obviously, on this case, we're talking about Portuguese. If you know anybody who needs to learn or wants to learn European Portuguese, please share this video with them or tell them to email talk@portugaldoor.com and see what it is about. We'll be happy to help in any way we can. And hey, if we weren't providing value to our community, we wouldn't expect to even be here because we wouldn't be viable. So your help is really appreciated. We couldn't do this on ourselves. We're here really to help people and help our community. So if you help us help everyone, we can help everyone become even better. Okay? Maria, thank you very much for being here. Thank you all very
Thank
much
you
for
all.
watching both on the live stream and on the replay. And
Obrigada.
be sure to check out portugaldoor.com. All of our details are there. Anything you need will be there. And email talk@portugaldoor.com if you're interested directly in the language lessons. All right. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.